So anyway, when I joined, MEP had just started in 1995. So and different hosts were carrying that program. Texas Tech got the hosting of it as a subcontractor in 1996, few months before I joined. And the reason I joined because the director of that program, uh, he was into manufacturing as well, and his brother was trying to establish a company following the path I took, establishing my company. So his brother and I had met a few years before. We were very good friends. And the director had heard of me. And while I was in my master's and PhD program, my professor said, "Hey, you need to visit with this guy." So I go meet with him, and he says, "Oh, you're the Sanders, aren't you?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "My God, my brother worships you. What are you talking?" I said, anyway, we hit it off. I started working for the program. Sean and I met first time. And the program had different, of course, expertise of people to help businesses. That's all it is, help manufacturing companies. So we were working on different platforms offering as solution packages to manufacturing. And we were both a kind of tiptoeing with lean. I kind of took on lean a little bit deeper, but with rich background that Sean has in providing solutions for businesses, he took many different platforms to use. By the time we realized that what we are told as lean is really, I'm not going to use the word garbage. I apologize for that, but I can tell you this is a misleading package. And in our view, from manufacturing and specialty that we have, by the time we graduated and we became expert in manufacturing and process uh, industry in terms of organizational processes, we realized that everything you provide as a solution to an organization must do two things. Number one, it must make the resource, in this case, the individual human being's job easier, must do that. Number two, it must also create a result in which it reduces the time of any offering that the manufacturing or the business does to public or to world. The time of producing or providing or fulfilling that offering to reduce. Two things must happen to make the job easier for the person and to make sure the time of the product or result or offering of the organization to customers or to the world as a whole is reduced. Basically, it is faster.
I call that, let me know if this terminology is wrong, but based upon what you just defined to me, and again, remember, okay, my audience knows what I do with ERP. I specialize with SAP from small mom and pop manufacturers, distributors with Business One, all the way up to, the latest and greatest with S4 HANA with large enterprises. So from one users all the way up to thousands of users. Okay. What you would just describe to me is something that I would put in a layman's term of business process automation, as far as making lives easier for employees, but also making the business function better. Is that roughly what you're discussing?
Like you said earlier, there are two sides to a coin. One side of it can be translated.
Yeah, no, 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 no. Michael, this is my show. You can't use my words against me.
Well, I just got your approval to permit me to use that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. It's all good, my friend.
So one side of that is exactly that. So what happens is we see after the Second World War, a few decades into it, we are still observing it in our lifetime that Japan is leading the manufacturing industry in the world, and people are in every part of the world having a hard time to catch up with them. And they hardly depend on ERP systems when they started. They do have a portion of their business dedicated to technologies like that, but very minimal. The thing is, we came to a conclusion independently between Sean and me that at the time the suite of lean approach was taught or was introduced in the United States was very misleading. They were only talking about one side of the coin, if you will.
So you're talking about lean, like lean manufacturing.
Yeah, I'm talking about the term which was coined by Womack and Jones in their 1986 classic the machine that changed the world, and the machine was their reference to Toyota Corporation. And in that, for the first time, they used the term lean manufacturing system.